We have risen from the ashes to school the masses. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Scholars of Wrestling Show. I'm your man behind the microphone, Scholar Jeff. To my left is Scholar Tarek.
Whoa, Jeff. Calm yourself. Calm yourself. You're doing it all wrong. This is the 100th episode of the Scholars of Wrestling. You should have a little more fire in your tone. Here, look. We have risen from the ashes to school the masses. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 100th episode of the Scholars of Wrestling. Hell, I just now cured up from a sickness. My voice kind of sucks, but I don't care. I would not have missed this for the world.
Someone is amped up on the clear liquid.
Oh, yes. Would the man to his left, Scholar Brian. What's up, sir?
Hello.
I think I took all the energy from him.
You're an energy.
He sucked
battery,
it out.
sir.
He sucked it out, sucked it into his body, and now I'm just left with hello.
And you know what? Jeez, I don't think I could have picked a better week to have hit episode 100 than this week.
Quite a lot
news.
Quite a lot has happened, and a lot of them are breaking news. By breaking, we also mean literally breaking
the bones.
Breaking of the bodies.
So let's dive right into it with a little bit of backstage news.
Of course, let's always start how we always start these shows, peeking behind the curtains and checking in on a little
backstage news.
Man.
Oh, the show gets weirder and weirder every week.
Well, the mag gets weirder and weirder every week.
Yes, it does.
It's just... Now it's just clicking. I'm like, you know what? Maybe the Met is a little weird.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot weird. But you know what else is weird? WWE finally doing what all the fantasy bookers said they were going to do and raiding the New Japan locker room for all its good talent.
As soon as I read this, I knew Jeff was going to be like, Darth Vader, no. For one in particular. One person in particular.
Well, yeah. I was like, okay, they're finally signing AJ Styles. This is great. Karl Anderson. Karl Anderson's great. Woohoo. All right, they got Luke Gallows back. Awesome. And who else are they getting? Shinsuke Nakamura.
I could hear the Darth Vader.
You can hear it as well.
No.
Well, we've talked about it before when this was just a rumor.
I didn't want to believe it.
Well,
but here's the deal. Okay?
I'm going to stick to what I said last time we talked about this. They're all four guys are going straight to NXT. Maybe if anything, I can see them just him becoming Nakamura or something.
From what I understand, from what I've read online in the last couple days, once he confirmed himself that he was signed by the WWE, apparently, okay, the WWE wants to make him like the Japan face for Japan, the New Japan viewers. They want to make him like the John Cena, the Japanese face of the WWE. Mm-hmm. And if that's the case, yeah,
kind of like what they did with Rey Mysterio with the Latin crowd.
Exactly.
Which I really hope they do.
Yeah, and from what not confirmed sources or anything like that.
Yeah.
But in the grapevine, I've heard whisperings of Nakamura versus Bryan at WrestleMania.
Oh, really?
And if that's the case, your worries are not founded.
If that actually happens, I will.
If that happens, we're exploding all over the TV screen.
Yes. If that happens, I will just start throwing money at WWE.
Maybe next year's WrestleMania.
I'm hearing whisperings of this one because of all the injuries. They now have to fast forward the plans of everything that they've been doing and everything that was planned. So if, say, they reinstate Daniel Bryan, okay, which you could see on Twitter, he's been like,
clear me already.
Can I get cleared?
He wants it so bad.
Why not? Just have a random one-on-one grudge match, respect match
with Nakamura
at WrestleMania. Why not?
Just let them figure out what they want to do. Have them hold any chains. Let them go free. Give them 20, maybe half an hour tops.
Oh.
They will put on gold if that's actually happening.
Like, I can actually see Styles and Nakamura just skipping NXT altogether.
Yeah, Styles and Nakamura,
completely honestly.
I mean, they can put on a bunch of like backstage vignettes for Nakamura and then just let them go.
If anything, I see them all showing up on NXT and pulling at least a Kevin Owens.
Right.
Being there for at least a month. 2 tops, just so they both can get used to the WWE style wrestling.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that AJ Styles is going to be a quick study because TNA and WWE, other than the chair shots to the head, are pretty close in style.
Yeah, and not for nothing that. Also, it's probably a very good idea that they brought Luke Gallows in because he already knows the style and can teach everyone else the way things work.
So you get 2 really good singles wrestlers, and you get a tag team to strengthen the tag team division, which has improved in spades in the last year.
Karl Anderson can go as a singles wrestler.
Exactly.
Easy. He's awesome.
So for me, this is a win, full stop, for the WWE and for the talent. Yeah, there's still questions about what they're going to do with Nakamura, but if the rumors are true that they want him to be the Japanese face of the company, I'm not seeing any issues here.
Yeah.
I seriously doubt that Triple H would ever let Vince McMahon pull a Tajiri type ordeal with him.
Not with
they're not going to turn him into a comedy. They're not going to turn him into a comedy character. They're going to be dead serious with him.
Not in today's day and age. Plus, Nakamura can speak some English, and he has shown to be able to work with international guys.
And especially when they bring up Hideo Itami.
Oh yeah,
that's going to be huge. Whether they're
Kana's already hanging around, so they can pal around, I guess.
Exactly. This is like the WWE of old. Just seeing talent, just seeing like looking at ECW and just being like, mine. Yeah. Mine. And WCW.
It
mine.
puts the W in WWE.
So this is like old school, just like they see 4 guys and they're like,
that's why I'm
mine now.
That's why I'm not at all nervous. At all. I have no doubt that this is going to be a positive thing.
And it helps, okay, not saying anything bad about the stars that have gone down recently. Okay, but it helps in the fact that now any plans that they had to like slowly introduce these guys to the fan base and all that, they have to be fast tracked at this point. So we're gonna see these guys quickly. Okay, there's like I don't think we get months of vignettes. I think maybe we get a couple weeks. Couple weeks of vignettes, then we get the debuts because everything has to be fast tracked and they need to make new stars.
Yeah,
immediately
again,
now because all their old stars are down. All of them, every single one.
Yeah. I'll go into further detail when we talk about Wrestle Kingdom 9-10. There we go. Wrestle Kingdom 10 later on in the show.
90-10.
90-10. We're not there yet, but yeah, needless to say, I'm hoping for the best. Part of me is expecting the worst, but hey, we'll see.
Try and look at it a glass half full. Wow, that was hard. That was a tongue twister.
Half
full fool. There you go.
You're right. At least no one's injured. Oh wait.
And go from happy news to depressing news.
Yeah. Okay. So,
quote unquote breaking news.
Lol.
I saw a meme.
Right, who's injured?
I saw a meme this morning. Okay, I believe that you both have seen the meme. Okay, every champion from last year's WrestleMania
injured
will not be on this year's WrestleMania.
With the big news of John Cena having shoulder surgery today of this recording, Oh, that's just depressing. He's going to be out for 6 to 9 months. And as I posted on our Facebook page, the most horrible news of Sasha Banks also being hurt.
The problem is, okay, we don't know the extent of the injury. It was just said that she was injured in her last match.
Who was she facing?
She was facing Becky Lynch on the 28th of December.
Oh, dear.
Okay, and she hasn't been seen since. And it's been confirmed that it was because of injury. Just we don't know the extent. We don't know how long. We don't know what the actual problem is. We just know that she is out as of now with an unconfirmed injury.
Still, that's still a shame. I was really hoping that Sasha would be able to challenge for the women's, or hopefully the women's title by WrestleMania.
Well, as I said, there's still a shot of that. They haven't released the details of said injury. It could be minor.
I really hope so, because if it is something serious, I have a terrible feeling of what's going to happen with the Women's Divas Championship match going into WrestleMania.
Hell, I think that if she's out for WrestleMania, they'll just drag this feud on into WrestleMania, and then we get Becky Lynch versus Charlotte in a good 15 to 20 minute WrestleMania match. That's fine with me.
Well, like I said, I as much as I would love to see that happen, I have a bad feeling of something in particular, but I'm not going to say it because whoever is listening to this recording, even if we're thinking, oh, no one listens, there's still someone be like, oh, that's a good idea, let's do it. So I'm not even going to say it.
Good idea.
I have a feeling I know where your head's going, and that's no. And no, let's not do that, please.
Well, let's talk about some things that we should do. Specifically, watch the Royal Rumble this year, because, as it was just announced this year, instead of a main event in WrestleMania, we are looking at the winner being the WWE Champion.
Now, it does make the Royal Rumble a little bit more predictable than it was. Okay? Because for me, okay, we know that Roman Reigns is going to come in early. 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I believe that he will be one of the final 2. I also believe that it's almost a guarantee that he gets screwed. I do not believe that, for me, I do not believe that Roman Reigns can and should win this match. I don't believe that he should. I believe that the best way to get him over, okay, to get him even more over than he is now, because no matter what people say, he is over. To get him over the top, what you do is you have him come in number 1 and number 2, or number 2, Roman Reigns and the Big Show, to start off. Have him last all the way through the match, and just when you think he's going to pull it out, if Triple H doesn't return in the match as a participant, Triple H comes out and screws Roman Reigns. Say maybe Brock Lesnar. It's Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, final 2. Rematch of WrestleMania. Roman Reigns looks like he's going to get the ultimate revenge and clothesline or spear Brock Lesnar through the top, only to get screwed over by the Authority.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I think this is going to roll. So in my mind, it makes it a little bit more predictable for me. However, just the fact that we're getting a Royal Rumble with the title on the line, okay, makes it a Royal Rumble for me worth watching for the first time in a few years. Really.
Yeah,
that's a fair assessment to make.
And it is definitely one to talk about, because gotta put a little scholars in time here. The last time we had a title match Royal Rumble, 1992, when Ric Flair won it.
Wow.
Who came in at number 3.
Exactly.
And lasted over an hour.
And, yeah, I am gonna side with you a little bit, Brian. It does make the whole unpredictability of the Royal Rumble very slim. it's now it's down to just a small number of people who could win. Which, before they announced it in the title match, I'm like, oh, this guy has a good chance of winning. This guy has a good chance of winning. And now, zip, now it's down to a small, like, very small handful of guys. And I do see, excuse me, I do see it coming to a point where it's obvious now that Roman Reigns is going to be the one of the final two. And the best option to go is to have Roman Reigns lose, no matter how it all ends out, who actually wins. Because if Roman Reigns wins this match, it's just going to be a repeat of last year.
Yes, and it's really the only wrong choice they could make.
Whatever popularity he has gained, yes, he's over to an extent. He's not 100. I would say at least. I would say he's at least 70.
I'll say this, okay? At the beginning of the year, say before he started going into the feuds, not with the title, okay, he was getting more boos than cheers. As of now, he's getting more cheers than boos, which is at this point means he's the most over he's ever been. Not with the Shield.
Well, I'll say only because who he's fighting against. He's facing against the Authority and Sheamus.
Yeah,
but he was feuding against Bray Wyatt. It was so 50-50 with those two. It's a slow progression. It's just to feel who he's feuding against. If he was feuding against, like, let's say, Dean Ambrose, it would be a completely different story.
Oh, easy.
It's just
because Dean Ambrose is the face of all faces at this point. He's the most over face in the company.
Exactly.
At this point.
He has Dean Ambrose has close to 100%. He's in the 90s or late 90s of popularity. Roman Reigns wishes he had that kind of popularity, but yeah, in my opinion, the whole point of it is if they don't want a third year where people are just pissed off of how the Royal Rumble ended up, their best option is to have Roman Reigns lose.
Agreed. Again, I'm sure we're going to talk about that in much, much greater detail as we get closer to the date.
And the good thing about having it be for the title is now you are guaranteed the most star power.
Oh, I sure hope so.
In the Royal Rumble, because in recent years, okay, the star power hasn't really been that big. Okay, you get like 22 minor superstars and maybe like eight big names. Now, this is for the title. This is for the Grand Poobah, if you will. And you're guaranteed all the top players in the company, and maybe, say, 10. You'll get 10 of the retreads, absolutely no chance of ever doing anything. Like, you'll get the R-Truths, you'll get the Mizes, you'll get the Heath Slaters and the social outcast bullshit, and you'll get them, but most of it will be star power. And once again, this makes us like I'd say since 2011, really.
That's fair.
A star-powered filled Royal Rumble with actual stakes. 2011 was the 40-man Royal Rumble where the winner was in doubt for most people. It wasn't in doubt for me.
That was so much fun.
It wasn't really in doubt for me, but 40-man Royal Rumble, that was great. That was must-see. And ever since then, 2012, you had the big Jericho return and the 10-minute one-on-one at the end, which we hadn't really seen before except for Undertaker and Shawn Michaels in 2007. So that was the main selling point of that match. But 2013 through 2015, you either had wrong winners, the 2014 and 2015, the winners got booed out of the building.
Those were
at least 2013 was predictable, but it was still good. You know what I mean? It was.
And this one, just because it's not, again, there's only one wrong answer to this entire scenario. and that's Roman Reigns winning.
Yeah, the optimal way is the way that we have described. If you want to build something for WrestleMania, okay, whether it's a grudge match between Roman Reigns and Triple H, which has been talked about, or Roman Reigns finally overcoming the Authority and winning the world title for real, for a long reign, he has to be screwed at the end of the Royal Rumble. And just adding the title has amped my excitement for this event to 11. Okay, it was like at an 8. It was at a 7 or an 8 because it's always going to be huge because it's the Royal Rumble, and whether it's bad or not, it's still the Royal Rumble, the biggest match of the year for me.
Yes, indeed.
Which is why last year was so. So just adding the title, okay, has me excited, amped up, and I'm ready to go.
This segment of Scholars in Time has been brought to you by Clear Liquid. You're made from it.
But
I like that.
That whole discussion about the Royal Rumble was nothing but one big Scholars in Time.
It pretty much is.
Pretty good for episode 100.
Yes, indeed. But again, we're going to be talking much, much more about the Royal Rumble in the weeks ahead. But for now, I want to talk about what just happened this week with our friends in New Japan.
Speaking
of course, I am talking about...
Speaking of WrestleMania, how about the WrestleMania for Japan?
The WrestleMania for Japan, a.k.a. Wrestle Kingdom 10. Now, I gotta ask you guys, did either of you happen to see this show?
I tried so hard to look for it, but for some reason, every link that I got to watch it was nothing but a virus.
Pretty much the same.
Thank God for my, antivirus programs, but yeah, I couldn't find any.
Yeah,
I read the results, but...
That's the problem with torrents and...
you don't want to do that. But either way, that morning I just happened to be very restless and wake up at 3 a.m. to actually watch this show. So, with the exception of the pre-show Rumble, I saw the entire thing and it was awesome.
Aw, you missed the pre-show?
Yes.
You missed your appetizer?
I missed my appetizer. So let's dive right into it. Apparently this Rumble, Jado won the thing. There was like a who's who of...
Cheeseburger.
Crazy people. Yeah, Cheeseburger from Ring of Honor.
Cheeseburger.
Great Kabuki gets... Cheeseburger got shot by some old guy. I don't know who it was. Jushin Thunder Liger, Yoshihashi, Tiger Mask, Satoshi Kojima, Masquerade Dorada. Haku was there, or Meng. Meng was there. He came out wearing a Bullet Club shirt.
Oh God! Meng's in the Bullet Club.
No, he's only wearing it for his kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Tama Tonga is his son.
Oh,
you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, Tama Tonga is his son.
He's an unofficial member.
Yeah, it's pretty much. That's all that was. So anyway, now we got into the matches proper. First off, match number 1, the Young Bucks beat Red Dragon, Matt Sydal and Ricochet and Roppongi Vice to win the junior tag titles. This one was, if that's all the appetizer I got, oh man, what an appetizer it was. The Young Bucks are awesome, Red Dragon are awesome, Matt Sydal and Ricochet, those guys were pulling like crazy aerial spots all over the place. Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero, they were good, but again, it wasn't that they were bad, it's just they were in the match with all these crazy super guys, which they're all good. Hey, you can't really go wrong with the Young Bucks. They're just solid and very, very good. So the Bullet Club got some gold there. Next match was one of the ones I was looking forward to the most. And
DVD Phil has gold.
DVD Phil and the Briscoes are the first ever 6-man tag team champions, going over Bad Luck Fale, Tama Tonga, and Yujiro Takahashi of the Bullet Club.
I am very happy for DVD Phil to win gold, but I'm just going to continue what Brian and I said last week, too many gold.
Too many gold.
Too many gold.
Too much. And do they have like the Briscoes like full time?
I don't know.
Well, that's a problem.
Enough. Apparently enough that they gave him titles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enough.
So,
and really, that's not even the most relevant thing. Why they got the belts? The real reason why they got the belts, or the more specifically, the reason the Bullet Club did not get the belts, is because Mao wasn't there. They got some other random bimbo to come out with Yujiro, and it was like, okay, who are you? Go.
no longer.
Yeah.
What is it?
No longer.
Shiori?
Yeah, she called herself Shiori. She looked like a man.
She looked like a man.
Asian China?
No.
Not that bad.
Boo.
That was even such a terrible pun. I even wasn't expecting that to be a pun. Asian China.
Boo.
Jesus. I got to facepalm myself for that one.
It's okay.
He's on that different clear liquid. That's it.
We're all allowed one. It's okay.
Wow.
Anyway, moving on. For the Ring of Honor World title, we had Jay Lethal defend his title against Michael Elgin, which the final spot of this was Jay Lethal doing a cheap shot with, he was with Truth Martini at the time.
Truth Martini.
Yeah, so of course, if you know Truth Martini carries around that big, heavy book.
Yeah.
It calls it Book of Truth. Jay Lethal bashed Michael Elgin in the face with the Book of Truth. And then hit him with his finisher, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Jay Lethal retains. This was okay.
I knew this was.
I would have liked to see more from Michael Elgin, but eh.
How long was the match?
The match was only 12 minutes long. At least it didn't overstay its welcome.
Still longer than Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose, but I digress.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to. I'm looking at the times of these matches.
Yeah,
on the Wikipedia page, and it's nice to see a pay-per-view where every match gets over 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, this match was paced absolutely perfectly. It was beautiful. Now this next one, fool, you're really going to love, and you're going to be really sad that you missed. This one was Kushida beating Kenny Omega for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. However, what the results do not tell you is the entrances for this.
Oh, dear.
Well, Kushida, I already told you, is the guy who loves Back to the Future and dresses up and goes to the ring dressed as Marty McFly.
What did he come out to?
He did not come out to the Back to the Future music or anything like that. However, his former tag partner, Ryusuke Taguchi, came out dressed as Doc Brown.
Oh my
Complete
God.
with the oversized remote control for the DeLorean.
Oh my God. I gotta look this up. Look this up on YouTube.
It gets better. And
Did they at least come out to the Power of Love?
No.
Damn it.
And then Kenny Omega comes out, and he has a Terminator entrance.
Oh dear.
Like that one in front of his music, he actually did the dun 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 dun.
Oh my God.
And he actually came up to the ring as in like the same pose, like as soon as they got warped in from the future.
Nice.
And then
it gets better.
Yes. And of course, Kenny Omega, him being Bullet Club and all, he comes out to the ring with the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
And of course, the Young Bucks are going to try and screw over Kushida. Of course, his friend Taguchi isn't having this. So he tries to run interference and just starts hitting the Young Bucks with a trash can. But meanwhile, he's still dressed like Doc Brown. So meanwhile, you've got Asian Doc Brown hitting the Young Bucks with a trash can so he doesn't interfere with Asian Marty McFly's match.
I could be perfectly honest. When you were saying he retaliates, I thought you were going to say he's going to pull out a Mr. Fusion and start hitting him with it.
I thought you were going to say he took the oversized remote control and just it started going to town.
No, it's just we just saw Doc Brown hitting the Young Bucks with a trash can, which is great enough.
As long as they didn't come out riding what I like to call the controlless Segway. I'm refusing to call that a hoverboard.
Right.
It's not a hoverboard. It's a controlless Segway.
Now,
and then it explodes.
Yeah. And then a minor digression.
I have to look this up. It's so cartoony.
You probably would have loved it.
I bet.
And speaking as a minor callback to what we talked about earlier with the acquisition and talent acquisitions, the next night, it was almost like they did a show called New Year's Dash, which was kind of like the Raw after WrestleMania, where stuff actually keeps on going down.
It's the event after Wrestle Kingdom 10 the next night. Of course,
pretty much, yeah.
Of course, it's the Raw after Mania of New Japan.
Well, actually, we'll get to that. Something went down. Right. Anyway, next match we had for the IWGP Tag Titles, the team of Great Bash Heel.
I love that name.
Togi Makabe and Tomoaki Hanma, aka the floppy headbutt guy. They actually beat Doc Gallows and Karl Anderson for the tag titles.
Gee, I wonder
why.
Hey, we didn't know. How would we could have known? But anyway, this was a good match.
I am the headbutt. His entrance.
Floppy headbutt champion.
His entrance now, when he comes into the ring, he's gonna lay the belt on the ground and just headbutt it.
Please.
It's not gonna happen, but that's. I wish. I really hope so.
Okay, next match, just a regular singles match. We have Hiroki Goto defeating Tetsuya Naito and the rest of Los Ingobernables. These guys had a crazy entrance. One guy came out with looking like the Grim Reaper in a suit. The other guy came out with crazy green laser lights.
The Grim Reaper in a suit. I'm is it just a nice suit with a hood and a skull mask or something?
Think like a guy in a suit wearing a Mexican Day of the Dead thing going on. And a scythe.
Oh, well, yeah, of course, the scythe.
So yeah,
interesting.
This was a fun little one. Didn't overstay its welcome. But it paled in comparison to the next three matches. The final three matches of the card, no joke, all three of these were legitimate 5-star matches. Each and every single one of them was fantastic in their own way. The first of these matches, Katsuyori Shibata beating Tomohiro Ishii for the Never Openweight Championship. Do you remember I described this as Taz in his prime versus Chris Benoit in his prime?
Yes.
Now, I imagine you guys must have a very vivid picture of what a match like that must have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that.
What are you thinking?
What? A lot of belly to belly,
a lot of suplexes,
and a lot of diving
holds,
and a lot of diving outside the ring.
We didn't get that so much as we got a Godzilla battle. This was stiff kicks, headbutts, throwing bows, gut checks. This was a friggin' war. Everything you could have possibly done to legitimately just hurt someone, they did it. This was a...
Are you talking about Godzilla, rubber suit Godzilla fight? Or the...
I'm talking about two monsters going
2014 Godzilla fight with Bryan Cranston.
I'm talking about two giant monsters fighting it out, and... Honestly,
that rubber shit.
Honestly, if someone had bled during this match, it probably would have made it tamer.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Lots of elbows, lots of slaps, lots of chops, lots of headbutts.
Slap, 1 damage.
Yes. Lots of legit kicks to the face. It's crazy what these guys did to each other, and it was amazing. They raised the bar. They really did. That is yet another match you want to do yourself a favor and watch.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we had for the Intercontinental title, we had my boy Nakamura beating AJ Styles.
I actually heard that this match was the number one match of the night.
It was very, very good. A lot of these matches, especially any of the top three, could be considered match of the night. And it is really, really good. These, right from the get-go, we were talking about how great Nakamura versus AJ Styles was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
We got exactly that. A damn good match. It's Nakamura versus Styles. Boom.
Need I say more?
You really don't. It's what we all expected it would be. And finally, the main event, like we saw it, like we all saw it coming.
Except Brian.
Yes.
Brian didn't see it coming.
Okada beat Tanahashi to retain his IWGP Heavyweight title.
Well, to be honest, okay, I don't follow the Japan.
You don't follow the Japan.
I don't follow it as much as other people who would expect that kind of thing. So when I see that the dude won the tournament to face the champion, I expect that the challenger will win.
Mm-hmm.
Every time, because that's normally how it works. So that's my thought process going into it. I don't think about... I had no clue they had fought twice before at Wrestle Kingdom. I didn't know anything about Wrestle Kingdom 8. I knew that they fought last year, and Tanahashi won.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, okay, so he wins the tournament, he goes on the challenge, he'll get another victory. That was my thought.
Right, and it's understandable.
So I didn't know that they had fought at 8 and Tanahashi had won again.
Right.
So that's it.
But I'll tell you
it's
what.
It's okay, Brian. It's okay.
I'll tell you what.
Keep defending yourself. Keep defending yourself.
It's okay. We're fine. But in all seriousness, even though I personally predicted the ending, what I did not expect was how we were going to get there. Personally...
You mean the match itself?
Yeah, the match itself was absolutely fantastic. Like, honestly, you guys know how much I like Nakamura.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was by far the match of the night.
Really?
Yeah, this... You could tell, like, there was a lot of history between these two. These guys went over a half an hour. Again, I'm not going to spoil the conclusion, but these guys treated the match like this was the culmination of a feud years and years and years in the making.
And it kind of is.
And it is. That's because that's exactly what it is.
Minus a couple years on your part.
Yeah.
Years and years and years and years. Minus 2.
Yeah. But then again, that came through. And everything was just loaded with history. And this was the capstone to what is of an incredible, incredible feud. One of the best of our era.
I can't wait. I'm going to try again to look for this online somewhere. Maybe I could ask someone to find me a link to it.
Yeah.
Because I don't care if I know the results. I do want to see this event.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Especially the last 3. Like, even if I had to recommend you just some of the matches, the last 3 matches, and then just because it's DVD Phil, just DVD Phil and the Briscoes versus the Bullet Club.
DVD Phil, yay! Champion!
Oh, yeah. And it was so much fun. And again, going back briefly to the following night at New Year's Dash, did you happen to see what happened to AJ Styles that night?
I actually didn't know about
Bullet
this.
Club turn on him and just annihilate him?
Yeah. Kenny Omega actually led a coup and everyone totally annihilated AJ Styles, which for the record is the same exact thing they did to Prince Devitt when he left.
Which lends credence to, hey,
we beat you up, you're going to WWE. Congratulations.
Yeah, so they did that, and then Kenny Omega gets on the mic. And not only does he declare himself the new boss of the Bullet Club, but he is no longer a light heavyweight. He is no longer a junior heavyweight. He's now a regular heavyweight, and he's going to challenge Nakamura for the Intercontinental title. Oh, who he just pinned in a tag match that same night.
Huh. I wonder what's the outcome is that's going to be.
So Nakamura has to do one more show.
Well, considering...
Well, I heard on his contract he has at least 2 or 3
I'm pretty
events
sure
left.
that Nakamura has until the end of the month.
He does.
Yeah, at least 2 or 3 events left on his contract.
Yeah.
At least that's what I've read.
Yes. So it seems increasingly likely that, I personally think that later, before the end of the month, Kenny Omega is going to beat Nakamura for the IWGP Intercontinental title.
Quick question.
Yes.
How many people are officially in the Bullet Club?
Let's see. There's...
Are we talking like NWO?
We are talking like NWO numbers. Not like the absurd like maximum like A team, B team stuff.
Not the entire roster.
Yeah. There's, let's see, I think there's like 7. Let's see, there's Kenny Omega, Young Bucks. Right now there's Gallows and Anderson, Bad Luck Fale, Tama Tonga, Yujiro, and I think that's it. I've like 8 by my count, soon to be 6.
Soon to be 6. Yeah, so that's not bad.
That's not bad. I don't know why I was expecting like 12 or something.
No, because when he goes through every show, like 3/4 of the matches are Bullet Club.
Yeah, right.
Like how many people are in this band?
A lot.
And then he says 8, and then you're like,
oh, well,
yeah,
it's not that bad.
Nah, definitely not like NWO.
NWO in the late days. Oh,
yikes! Yeah, no.
When 3/4 of the roster were NWO.
Yeah, none of that crap.
Hell, even Aces and Eights had a crap load of people.
Yeah, not even Aces and Eights numbers. None of that.
Good.
But even so, it's enough so that even if these guys leave with Kenny Omega at the helm, I think they'll be all right. Cool. So yeah, if you're listening to this, definitely see if you can check out Wrestle Kingdom 10. While last year, the one match took up the benchmark for match of the year the entire year. For me, I think this is going to be show of the year, unless some WWE pulls out something serious and major to prove me wrong. This is going to be the gold standard for the year once again.
All right, I can't wait to see it.
Oh yeah!
And for people listening out there, unless you've already seen it,
watch
go check
it again.
Go watch it again. There you go.
You probably
watch it over and over and over and over again.
Oh yeah!
Until the end of days.
Wow, not quite that far. Still, check it out.
Because you have, next year's Wrestle
Until
Kingdom.
the next one.
Wrestle Kingdom 11, yeah.
Till the end of days. Or the next Wrestle Kingdom. Whichever's good for you.
Whichever comes first. You never know at this point.
Oh, God.
All right.
Don't even want to think about that.
You know what I do want to think about? I want to think about Scholars Quick Talk.
You want to put that brain in motion with some Scholars Quick Talk?
Throw some Scholars Quick Talk, sir. What do you got for us?
All right.
Quick topics.
I actually have 4 of them.
Alrighty.
This past week on Raw, we brought them up before, earlier in the show. The debut of Job Squad 2.0, the Social Outcast, with Heath Slater as their leader, Curtis Axel, Bo Dallas, and who else? Adam Rose.
Here's the problem with calling them Job Squad 2.0. They've already won. They haven't jobbed. So it's like, you think that when they come out, oh, it's the Job Squad, and then they win. What?
What's going on here? But who are we kidding? It's 4 guys who had pretty much the worst 2015. Well, in Heath Slater's case, the worst. When did the Nexus and the Core officially end?
Oh God, 2000.
Exactly.
2011.
Exactly. Ever since then, Heath Slater has gone downhill. 3-man bands sucked. Whatever he did, 1-man band losing to all the old timers and Lita. Okay, you have this group, the Social Outcasts.
Yes. What's the question?
The Social Outcasts will last the year.
I'm going to take a chance and say yes.
I actually agree. Because if they didn't think if they didn't think it was going to work and they didn't have plans, okay, they wouldn't have had them beat an established guy like Dolph Ziggler. Okay, they would have had him beat another low card guy like R-Truth or whatever. But this is Dolph Ziggler we're talking about.
Actually, I'm going to make this 5 just because you brought up Dolph Ziggler and it just popped in my head.
Okay.
This year is actually the last year of Dolph Ziggler's current contract. Will he resign?
I'm going to say no.
I once again, I agree. Okay, the WWE had you lose to Heath fucking Slater. Okay, at this point, okay, ride out the last of your contract, get your money, and
go to Ring of Honor.
Go to Ring of Honor. Go over to Japan. Do whatever. Okay, but if the WWE has you losing to Heath Slater, they got nothing for you, bro. That's it.
It's funny because on SmackDown, well, tonight on the day of this recording, they have him with R-Truth, Goldust, and Neville
beating the New Day and the Miz.
Oh man!
I could be perfectly honest. If they're gonna do this whole feud with the, oh my god, I'm barely gonna say this, with Dolph Ziggler and his group versus the Social Outcasts, I feel like Neville is the odd man of the face team.
Huh?
Like if you exclude Dolph Ziggler.
Well, yeah, because Neville's been going head to head with Kevin Owens, and he's in the Dean Ambrose Kevin Owens feud.
Exactly. I feel like Neville should be inserted into that feud and make it a triple threat match for the IC title. But I digress. Moving on to the next topic of Scholars Quick Talk. I like this one because I actually gave this one last year. A member of the Wyatt family will win gold this year.
If we're talking about at least the Intercontinental title, once Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose are done, I'm thinking it's likely Bray Wyatt might go for it.
You know what? The way WWE's been booking them, I'm gonna say no. Completely honestly. They're being booked as a foursome strong. Okay, they've been going into 8-man tags for the last God knows how long. Okay, I just don't. They're not building up Bray Wyatt as a championship threat. They're building him up as just a threat in general. So I'd be surprised if I see them in any title matches this year.
I want to see them win some form.
Would I like to see them win some gold? Sure, but I'd be surprised if he's in any title match.
Hell, I could be perfectly honest. I actually want to see them turn face.
Because it kind of feels to me like Bray Wyatt is in Undertaker mode, like not really caring about titles, just taking out
everybody.
Which
what I liked about this past week of them taking out Ryback and then they moved to Big Show. And people are saying, "Oh no, this is Big Show's face turn." No, it's not.
No,
it's just them showing pretty much them turning into neutrals.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope it slowly turns them into to faces. Because hell, even JR says them turning face would be the best thing for them.
Well, I mean, shit, you got the Fireflies.
Exactly.
They're already basically faces. They're just going after the wrong guys.
Just keep them over.
Just keep them over.
All right. Now moving back onto the Royal Rumble match, The Undertaker will appear in the Royal Rumble match.
No.
I'm going to say yes. I think there's a good chance. Given their many injuries and lack of star power, he'll probably get screwed over by his WrestleMania opponent.
Exactly.
I still believe, that The Undertaker is in the mode Now, he's already put in way more than his usual share of appearances for the year. Okay, so I believe he's in straight. Let's train for the WrestleMania. Okay, he's gonna come out the night after Fastlane, and they're gonna do what they normally do. I don't believe that the Undertaker is in that group of people they need to bring back for the Royal Rumble just because everybody is injured. Okay, they already brought back one.
I don't see why not. Just because, it's for the title, and I could see Undertaker wanting to go for the title, and like how Jeff said, and I was thinking about it myself, this could be the starting point for his next feud, for his next match at WrestleMania, instead of just going right the fast lane and just throwing someone in just for the sake of naming someone. This one will establish why Taker would want to go after that certain person.
I just don't believe that they would bring the Undertaker back for like a 5-minute appearance in a Rumble match, because he can't he will not last that long. He can't even last he can barely last a 15-minute match anymore. So I don't believe that they'd bring him back. Where is it? Where's the Royal Rumble?
That's a good question.
If it's in Texas, sure. Okay, if it's anywhere where he has to get on a plane, if he has to get on a plane for a 5-minute appearance in the Royal Rumble, I don't think it's going to happen.
Well, the one difference between like having the 15-minute match and being in the Rumble, there's plenty of time to rest. He will have his time to just walk around, punch a few guys, get knocked down, and just lay down for a bit.
I'm sure, but I don't feel like it's gonna happen. I think they're gonna save him.
I don't think it's gonna be just 5. I see him going at least 10.
I think that they're gonna hold him off.
Yeah, it's in Amway Center, Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, I think they're gonna hold him off until. I think we have a better chance of seeing The Rock in the Royal Rumble.
Very true.
Than The Undertaker. Because I just don't believe that The Undertaker would make that trip for a short appearance in the Royal Rumble match. I don't think that The Undertaker's too worried about titles at this point. So I think they're going to stick with the plan for The Undertaker and just have him for the month-long build between Fastlane and WrestleMania.
Well, everyone's entitled to their opinions. That's what the point of Scholars Quick Talk. And last, but certainly not least, this one's for the 100th episode of the Scholars of Wrestling. Damien Sandow will return to WWE television in 2016.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely yes.
It's just the question of, will he be used correctly? No. But will he return? Will he be on TV? Sure.
Well, my initial response, thank God he is not in the Social Outcasts.
Because he's not.
Because he's not, and he should not be in there. Period.
Oh
boy.
The way I would have laughed and cringed if Sandow came out, I would have had a Tarek voice in my ear, in the inside of my head just going, No, you son of a bitch, no!
And Sandow's a face, and all the member of this group now are heels. It wouldn't make sense. Especially after he won his Slammy and saying, thank you all, and you'll expect to see me soon. He's not gonna be a heel. He's over as a face now. They just have him bring back his intellectual savior of the masses as a face.
Instead of being the intellectual savior of the unwashed masses, it'll be the intellectual savior of the masses.
Or what was it?
It was
the master of common sense when he first came back?
It was like that, yeah.
Yeah, master of common sense, and all they gotta do is change one word out if you're switching from heel to face.
Yeah.
Because when it was heel, it was unwashed masses.
Now take the unwashed out. Yep.
Take out the unwashed, it's just masses, and it works.
And hopefully it'll take out that... We'll end this whole hashtag, where is Sandow? because it's sad. People like they were saying they were doing a hashtag. Where is Axel? Who the hell cares where Axel is? Where is Sandow? We want Sandow. He's more entertaining than Axel, both in the ring and on the mic.
Did you hear that monkey yelling?
When he had the mic, he only said one line, and he said it over and over again.
Kind of like that NXT promo.
Oh my Lord!
From hell.
That's just depressing.
Hey, you know what? Like anything else, like so many other things in life, the story is still ongoing.
We need
the
Sandow.
final chapter is not yet written.
Hashtag where's Sandow?
Sandow lives forever in our hearts.
Baby Sandow.
We love you, baby Sandow.
We should just like tweet this episode and on his page saying and listen to the final few minutes of the episode. That's how much we miss you.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag where's Sandow?
Hashtag where's Sandow? And speaking of our man Damien Sandow, seeing as this is 100 episodes, wow. I mean, did you really think that we would actually be making 100 episodes at this point?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Okay.
I did. That was the hope.
Yeah, certainly.
Okay.
Certainly.
And it's been quite a leap.
Quite a run.
Yes.
There's been ups. There's been downs. There's been a bunch of in-betweens.
Yes, and you know what?
There's been websites, there's been YouTube.
Yes. For those of you who aren't quite aware with the story of the Scholars of Wrestling, we originally got started on, what was it, Blog Talk Radio?
Blog Talk Radio,
Blog Talk Radio
part of,
every Thursday night.
as part of
Hell in a Forum.
Yes.
Radio. But we decided to do our own thing and go down our own path.
Yes.
And look to where it's gotten us.
Yes. But we also do not want to neglect those who helped us originally come up with the idea.
Exactly.
And helped us nurture it. So, to Mr. JML and all of our friends still with Hell in a Forum, thank you for encouraging us and giving us our shot and the role you played in help us compose what the Scholars of Wrestling is today. It wouldn't be the same without you, so thank you sincerely. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for giving us inspiration or just making us laugh.
Thank you, Podbean, for taking us in for, a few episodes?
I think we were there for quite a while, maybe 6 months or so?
Probably, around there.
And then we figured that we could do better on just regular...
On the YouTubes.
On the YouTubes.
And with 100 episodes down, we can't wait for episode 200, and hopefully the show will continue to evolve.
Yes. I personally do not know where this is going to go next.
More vendettas against Daniel Bryan.
Oh boy.
More dandyisms. And
more rants from each of us about something in particular.
More DVD fill.
From Roman Reigns to you to whatever you...
Fuck Daniel Bryan!
To angry Daniel Bryan rants, to angry Intercontinental title, or Divas Division rants from me.
And completely random El Dandy... Who would beat Bill Goldberg? El Dandy.
No, wasn't it Beat the Undertaker?
No,
yes. It was Beat the Undertaker.
And there's only one person who could beat the Undertaker at WrestleMania, and we're like, who is it? And he's
building
like,
up
El Dandy.
El Dandy, and just the silence, and then just
oh my god,
the in sync. Fuck you.
Reviewing Raw Deal. Oh, yeah. That was a classic one.
That was... I forgot we did that. That was a lot of fun.
Rebooking the invasion angle. With Scholars in Time.
The DeLorean for... revving up the DeLorean for each Scholars in Time episode.
And of course, there was that time you got abducted by aliens.
Yeah!
Abducted by aliens... Stuck in an overwhelming snow in an ice bank.
What an adventure we had these past 100 episodes. I totally forgot about the aliens.
Abducted by aliens, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. This
came back and was never the same.
Which, again, I'm glad you guys brought that up, because that really drives the point home for me personally. For it doesn't matter if we've got a few listeners. It doesn't matter to me if we have a few million listeners. This show, for first and foremost, has been and always shall be a labor of love first and foremost, because we just love wrestling and we love talking about it that much. And you know what? That's why we do this.
And I wouldn't ask for anything more.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a great ride.
Oh yeah.
And the ride just will continue on.
Yes, because you know what? You know who we are. We're the Scholars of Wrestling, and you have just been schooled.
You're welcome.
See you for another 100 episodes.
Oh, yeah.